Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth TV. My name is EJ Marino and today we are diving into a brand new review of the movie A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting.
Trouble's coming.
First and foremost, I wanted to start off by saying I have a big appreciation for horror films meant for the whole family. A kids-friendly horror movie is hard to do, and it's rare nowadays, but I am from the generation that had Are You Afraid of the Dark, Goosebumps, things like the Addams Family movies, Beetlejuice, and stuff like that. So I have a soft spot for horror films that work for everyone, and A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting is exactly that. This is a film that features enough scares to make the little ones a little bit thrilled, but enough stuff to keep the older viewers engaged and entertained by what's happening. That is hard to do. It's a balancing act between tones. You want to make something that little ones will enjoy, but it won't scare them off. But they like that little bit of a thrill. They like being scared a little bit. But you want to do something for people like me to watch and not get bored or be like, this is for little kids. Which it is, but there's a way to do it and a way to sell it that makes it enjoyable for everyone. I would chalk this up as a family film. This works for everyone. There's layers to this. There's actual genuine scares. Hell, I jumped at one of the jump scares. A kids movie jump scare got me. That is hard to do, but there's just something about the whole vibe that really feels like it works for the little ones, but it just has so much to enjoy. There's references to things like Nightmare on Elm Street. For eagle-eyed fans, you can figure out some John Waters references to things like Baltimore. There's just so much to enjoy, and this is the type of entertainment that I think we should be making. It's a lost art to make horror films that work for everyone, and this is just what makes this film so special. Director Rachel Talalay is a great talent for this film. She's directed some of your favorite TV shows like Doctor Who, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Riverdale, and things like that. But for some real fans, you know her as the director of Tank Girl. She's also done Freddy's Dead, I think The Final Nightmare, but to me, she is the director of Tank Girl. But she's more than that, and that's what I loved about this film. She has had a very great history in this industry. She's done so many great works, but something about A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting feels like the next step for her. This feels like a film that I can see her living in this world for a while. We'll talk about the world building because I think this movie sets up a lot but still works on its own, but I just want to see Rachel Talalay get to play in this universe a little bit more. She hasn't had a big mainstream franchise in quite some time, and I just think this is such a perfect match for her. It's written by an amazing writer it's rare when you watch a movie based on a book, but you're like, I kind of want to check out those books. That's how I felt watching this movie. So it's from talented source material, but Rachel Talalay throws that extra spin on it. Like I said, the way it's dark and it's kind of creepy, but it works for everyone. It's that female-focused story. It's about girls in STEM, basically. There's just so much to enjoy that she puts her own spin on that I don't know if another filmmaker would have had this much success with this film. We follow actress Tamara Smart as she plays Kelly, the girl who's babysitting a young boy who gets kidnapped by a boogeyman. That boogeyman is played by Tom Felton. I did not know that. Mr. Draco Malfoy's in this. He is disguised with some crazy amazing practical effects, some prosthetic work that he is unrecognizable. But yes, when he snatches the baby she should be babysitting, it sends her on an adventure where she meets this, I don't want to call them a babysitter's club. I'll call them a babysitter squad of people who are here to help her out, who are here to hunt the monsters that steal little kids. It's a great premise. It's a great little story. We have Kelly's character basically not wanting to do this situation. She wants to go to a party. She wants to try to expand her friendships and be a normal kid in school. But things like this are exactly why. She's very smart. There's a moment where she starts figuring out a math problem on the board, and I just think that was such an intelligent moment, and she uses that skill throughout the film. It's so important to see a young, intelligent, especially a young, intelligent girl of color just slay it. It's just really, really refreshing. But yes, this story is really cool. This universe is really interesting because once she starts meeting those monster hunters, starts to see their little base, their hideout, their lair, it's awesome. There's a lot of little Easter eggs in there. There's a lot of just weird moments in there that I'm like, oh my goodness, hell, one of the stuff is the kids trying to catch a smoke monster, and I was like, into that scene. Again, these are things in a family-friendly movie or kids film that I don't normally get this engaged with, but this really captured me. And it's, again, that very well-rounded universe that they're building here. It's really nice to see filmmakers who are having fun within the moment. They're making a movie, they're telling a story, but they're still setting up things for later on that they might want to explore. We know in the era of movies getting sequels before they're even like making the first movie, there's a whole franchise set up, and you feel that. This movie feels like it wanted to have fun within its own story, but said, hey, if you enjoy this, there's more to offer, and I hope to see more in this little franchise. It could be a fun every Halloween watching this on Netflix. It could be such a good experience. I think that would be so smart. This is the perfect type of movie. You know, I think Hotel Transylvania in a different way was always that thing every October the family would come out and watch it, but do it on Netflix. Do it with a fun live action story filled with some awesome girls. It's not just a girl power movie. There's one of the boys who was in the Babysitter's group, and I adored him. I thought that was really good representation to see a little bit of everyone here having fun. There's also international people working for this little Babysitter's organization, so I want to see some of that. Again, this movie has a lot within its own self, but has a just a wonderful universe, a great universe it's trying to build, and I want to see more. This movie really spoke to the young kid in me. If I would have saw this at 8, 9, 10, 11, I would have been in love, and this would have been one of my favorite films growing up. It just has so much that I love. Female-led, fun look, spooky little monsters. Yeah, the CG's not great on them, but that's fine. It's a family film. I'm not expecting that. But there's just a lot in here that would have, just the little creatures, the fun scares there, but the thrills, the chills, the enjoyment. There's so much to enjoy here, and I'm just happy that this could be for a younger kid to find, or some family like, you know, someone in my age group that loves horror films but haven't been able to like introduce their little ones to that. I hope this is the film for you guys. Alright everyone, what did you think of this review? What do you guys think of A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting? Have you seen this movie yet? Have you read the book? Let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe to Flickering Myth because we make videos like this every single week. And give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Alright everyone, let's talk about this wonderful movie down below.